Hello, Stingrays. This is Coach Johnny. I'm up here at McNeil High School in my classroom. Want to take a moment to send you a video message in hopes of clearing up some questions or confusion or just the unknowns about this coming season for the Forest North Stingrays. In case you didn't know, the Stingrays started back in 1980, so last year would have actually been our 40th summer for the Forest North Stingrays. We did not get a chance to celebrate that, so we are certainly going to take advantage and do that this year. It's actually my 20th year with the Forest North Stingrays, so half of the program has been with me, so we're going to have to celebrate twice as much. Now, the good news is for this upcoming season, in case you didn't know, I also coach the high school swim team at McNeil High School. We've been doing this all year. Training and competing is possible. We have already done it. All right. We were able to train safely. Did it look like it always had? No, we had to make adjustments and changes. We were able to compete throughout the fall. Were those meets the exact same as what we had done in the past? No, we had to be flexible and do what we had to do so the kids could compete. We had 3 levels of championships that just culminated yesterday with the girls' state swimming and diving meet. We did 3 different championship meets, and then we made it possible, and we were able to do it safely. So we're going to be able to do this safely. Will training look the way it has in the past? No. We're going to have to make changes. Our meet's going to look like they were in the past? Certainly not. We're not going to throw 30 kids under a tent and have them be there all day and compete against another team with hundreds of kids. We're going to have to make changes, all right? But like with McNeil, it was only possible because every one of our community members, every one of our families and teammates and coaches, we were all in making this situation work. Everybody had to be 100% in. Everybody had to put in just a little bit of extra work so that the kids could get the valuable experience. So we've done it already. We just need to apply those formulas again to this team. Now, part of the main constraint we have is training. If all we were doing is racing, this would be so easy. We would show up, you'd race across the pool, get out, move on, tons of space, and this would be easy. All right, but we're not just training. We're not training. We're not just racing. We need to put these kids in. We need to train them. We need to turn them from land animals to aquatic animals, which means they need time in the pool. All right, and I can't put 7 to 12 kids per lane all on one side of the pool. We need to try and do this in a social distance manner. And teams have been doing it all over the area. All right. And about what we can kind of maximize, give or take some situations or two, is about 3 kids per side of the pool in each lane. 1 at the wall, 1 at the tee, and 1 at the flags. That gives them approximately 6 to 7 feet of space each. So if there's 3 kids doing that on one side of the pool, 3 kids doing that on the other side of the pool, that's 6 kids per lane. Now, if you understand the Creekside pool, we have 6 lanes. So that means each training session, we can afford to provide a safe training environment for about 36 kids per training group. Now, don't panic just yet, because everybody out there knows we have some training groups with the Forest North Stingrays that amount to a bit more than 36 kids. Now, I can't tell you enough about this fantastic executive board at the Forest North Stingrays. We've been putting every bit of thought that we can into this situation, but I need you to understand, you may go to register and put your fantastic kid who's been on this team for years and years and years, and the computer may say, hey, that age group is full. You'll probably get a Google form to fill out so we can have some information. They may even ask you to email the executive board to let them know, hey, I didn't get my kid registered, but I'm still very interested in being a Stingray. Please make sure you do that, because once we get all of those numbers, the kids, the age groups that are full, maybe we have age groups that are not full. And then I need to know which of the kids didn't get registered, and then we are going to put every ounce of intelligence that we have amongst myself And by the way, one of the best coaching staffs that I've been able to accumulate in the last 20 years is going to be showing up this summer. When we get all of our minds, the executive board, we are going to try and find a place to swim, a lane to swim for every single kid that wants to. Does that mean that we are going to be successful? Maybe, maybe not. We ask you that you sign up. We ask you to be flexible, patient, and understand that we're doing everything we can to try and find a lane for every kid to swim. Does that mean if I have 50 kids wanting to swim in the 11-12 age group, and I can only put 36 into that training session, maybe those 14 kids that I don't have room for, maybe I have 2 lanes in another age group that has smaller numbers. So we may have to be flexible. And maybe that works for your family, maybe it doesn't. But we're going to try our best to find a solution for every family. And then we will do what we can do after that and find out where our team stands after that. Again, we're going to need everybody. We're going to need flexibility. You're going to have a sense of adventure. We may race on a Friday night instead of a Saturday morning. We may do what's called a virtual swim meet where our team shows up on our own. We race in certain age groups. It could even be, hey, the 9 and unders, you guys show up and race and get out of here. Maybe 10, 11, 12, show up a little bit later. You guys race, then get out of here. But understand, that means we need all of those families and parents to help do what we need to do volunteer-wise to make sure those kids have the opportunity to race, get a time, see whether they're getting better, and then we can do this in a safe, possible manner. Is this the way we're going to do it for the rest of our lives? No. But this is, from what I've got to experience with the McNeil High School team, being able to go to practice every morning with those kids was by far the best part of my day. And I look forward to finding a way that we can do this with the Forest North Stingrays. All right? I know you'll have some questions. Have faith that we're doing everything that we can to provide this phenomenal experience to every possible child that we can provide it to. Is it possible that we will get to the point where we no longer have space? It's possible. But I want you to believe that we're trying everything that we can. These kids mean the world to us. And we're going to do everything possible. So just understand, registration is going to open Friday. I wouldn't wait till Saturday to sign up. You get that email? I would. I got 2 kids I'm trying to put on the team, and I know that there's a button that refreshes and lets me know if I have new emails. If I get that email, I'm going to respond immediately and try and get my 2 kids in the program. And then I hope all of your kids get signed up in the program. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. If you have swim-specific questions, I'm designing this program. I'm doing everything I can with all of my knowledge to make sure we're putting forth a product that's going to be positive and safe to our kids. If we can't do that, we don't need to be doing this. If you have questions, feel free. My personal email address, utfoss9@yahoo.com. You can email me and ask those questions. We're going to have a phenomenal coaching staff. We'll have phenomenal kids. We're going to have our great group of parents, volunteers, and community members. And if we're all in to provide the best experience for these kids, it's going to work. So have a little faith. I'm excited. Registration opens for returning team members on Friday. Don't forget that email. Send it back. Let me know if you have questions. Go Stingrays.